Name a better duo than popular anime IP franchises and trash mobile games. And of course, there is almost no big IP from anime from recent years, from the last 5 to 10 years probably, that hasn't released a game that it's dead after less than 1 year. And sadly, as you can see by the title and by this intro, Shield Hero isn't an exception. So we're gonna be checking Shield Hero Rise again that came out this week. I've been trying it a little bit on a stream. I just not gonna be playing anymore. I just can't play more even for the review. I'm sorry, this is bad. Now, before we start this review and everything that I want to be talking about, if you like Shield Hero, if you really like the IP, you can enjoy the game, right? This doesn't mean you can't play the game. This means just a bad game, and we can acknowledge the bad things within the things we like. In my case, I do really love Nikke Coins of Victory. It's the game that I play the most every day here on Twitch and YouTube, right? And still, I can acknowledge the bad things that they have. I will be comparing a couple of things in here as well. But first, let me come here and back. And let's talk about why this game is trash, why companies like this should not be making games, and why you as a consumer should protest about this type of practices and ask for better games experiences, right? In general, better games and better experiences. If you want proper games that last 5, 10, 15 years, look at FGO. They have a lot of bad stuff, but still they care about the lore of the game and they implement properly a lot of good things. We could also talk about Princess Connect. I'm not sure if it was first the game, then the anime, but it's also a pretty good game, even though Crunchyroll should not touch any game related to anime, but we could talk about Crunchyroll another time. But let's talk about Shield Hero Rise. And to start things off, before we talk about the company behind this game, I want to show you the UI, as you can see here in front of you, right? Let me click F11. As you can see, this is a UI for the game that came out last week. Now, this is a mobile game, so some people will be like, oh, Sefi, you know, this is a mobile game, so it's normal that the UI is worse. Again, Nikke came out last year. I don't see a problem with the UI here. It's a pretty good UI, even if you were to be at the phone version, which is Windows, right, like this one. It still looks better, a lot better than what you can get in here. So the problem with this UI is it looks like it came out 10 years ago. If this comes out in 2023 and you are asking me for microtransactions of up to $100, $200, right? How do you have the nerve to ask for that kind of money with this kind of product? I will never understand that. Now let me show you the gameplay itself. We'll talk about the art in a little bit, but let me show you the gameplay. Again, 2023, this is the gameplay you expect to have. This is my team right now. I don't know the characters. I haven't watched Shield Hero. I can't speak when it comes to the fidelity of the game with the story and everything. But this is the gameplay. And this is what you get. Let me put also the animation here, because the animation for the ultimate, which is this one, is decent. I'm guessing they took all of these animations from the anime itself. If not, please correct me if they made them specifically for the game. But the game itself, again, for microtransactions that are $100, $200, of course, all the way down to 1, 5, 10, but all the way up to 100, 150 even. I don't think this is the quality you should expect from a game that's asking for that much of your money. I'm gonna close this because I just don't care too much about the gameplay itself, right? It's an idle gacha game. It's a game where you position 3, 4 of your characters and they automatically fight and do their skills. Pretty simple stuff for the gacha. We could talk about this mechanics being a good thing or a bad thing for gaming another day. But when it comes to gameplay, even though there is different game modes, challenges, the usual towers, explorations, that is the core gameplay. That is the core combat. So let's talk about the heroes, the art, the shop, and the recruit system. Because if we come here to characters, this is the art you can expect from a game released in 2023. I just don't see, even as a fan, if you are a fan of this series, right, how you can see this and be like, yeah, this looks good. This looks like a game from 2003, from the PS1, maybe from the PS2, with these graphics, with this type of interface. Again, we can compare this quality with the Nikke. Let me see if there's a character that's not fucking... Okay, there we go. A normal character that's not a kid. So when we see these two types of art, and I can come here and I can actually click on the zoom, and I can come here and I can click on hide, I think there is a clear difference when it comes to quality and just going with the minimum effort to sell you something bad. And in this case, it's the minimum effort to sell you a lot of things, So let's talk about the shop and how many things you can buy, because I believe it's in Harbor or the store, one of the two. So starting with the daily offers, of course, you can spend, what, 10 bucks maybe a day, of course, with super good offers with 600% value. There is no value on any mobile game. Anyone who tells you otherwise, they are tripping the value. We put that ourselves in the games, right? If it's worth for you, that's nice. You can spend money. I spend money on mobile games. But you have your daily offers, your value offers that are also daily, your weekly offers, which again keeps going up with price $30, your daily supplies, which is monthly cards. This game has 2 monthly cards, which is the standard for gachas. And I do hate that it's a standard. Even Nikki has this, and I don't like it. Then you have the gold top-up itself, which is where you can buy directly the currency for the game and spend it up to $100. And then you have the gacha draw. So every time you spend money, you can draw 1 extra gacha here, which is only premium. Super good value. Now, not only that, but there is also a super good beep system. Who doesn't like beep systems? And how many levels does this beep system have? Well, you can have up to 15 levels of beep. And you can spend, even after reaching this point, which is probably between $5,000 to $10,000, you can spend another 100 to keep getting even more stuff, right? Not only that, but as well, in this game, you are getting so many advantages over the free-to-play players that is just disgusting. You are getting item drops increased by 200%, exploration goal increased by 200%, auto clear chances plus 10, main story reward time limit plus 24 or some bullshit, yeah, 24. Area reward, like, there is so many extra rewards for a game that, again, has PvP. This game has PvP. I haven't checked PvP, I'm not interested. I hate PvP in gachas, and all of the advantages you get as well in this game are just way too big. So art, mediocre, gameplay, trash. When it comes to the shop, sadly, a standard for the gacha nowadays, which is bad in my opinion. I will never condemn this type of prices. Not in Nikke, not in here, not in any game whatsoever, right? Now let's talk about the gacha itself, because gacha games at the end of the day are known because you want to collect specific characters. And so as you can see here, this is the newcomer banner, by the way, where you can get this Philo Queen alternate for just the low chance of 1.20%. You might think, okay, so it's not that bad, right? It's not that bad to be a 1.20%. It's around 4% in total for epic characters, then rare characters, and then basic characters. They don't tell you the probability of a specific rarities, they only tell you the probability per specific character. Now, Philo Queen's accessory is 1.20%. She is like the highest rarity. This is the beginner's banner, so you are guaranteed to get her after a specific number of pulls. But the normal banner, where you will be pulling after you are done with your newcomer recruit, is not 1.20%. It's actually 0.05%. Incredible, if you ask me, for that low chance, right? For an epic character. So it's a 0.05 for those like highest rarity epic characters. The other ones are 0.5%. In total, around a 4%. And when we talk about 4% for a gacha game, is decent. The problem is they don't have all the same probability. We're talking about 2 characters having a 0.05. Just think about this for a second. 0.05. You can spend so many years farming a specific modes in World of Warcraft with that rarity. Imagine how long it can take you to get that with actual like pulls on a gacha game, right? Now, all of this said about this game, because I don't want to show you anything of the game itself. The game is not worth playing. If you like the IP, if you like Shield Hero, try to enjoy the game. There is nothing wrong in judging bad games. So let's talk about this company making this game, because as I said earlier, I haven't watched the anime. I was watching this scene right here, and I was like, okay, they do have a decent animations. I wouldn't say it's Fate Grand Order movie kind of quality, but it's still pretty good. You know, the fights, everything. Shield Hero Rise is made by Hector. As you can see from the anime itself, the quality doesn't match when we talk about the game. So, who is these Hector people? What other game have they made? Well, the other game they have made is Zombie Flux Sleepless War. You might have seen this type of ads before. This is the type of company that's making the game. They hired this company. They saw this game and they were like, yeah, they are pretty good for localization and maintaining our game on English, because they are not the developer. If we keep moving, right, and we get into the official website, you'll see that this is the English website. There is a Chinese version that I will show you in a second, but let's talk first about the English one. The localization team and the one publishing the game on the English and the global market is Ectart. By the developer, it's Gree Entertainment. Actually, they are not even the developer. They are like the big publisher. Then they have Ectart as a subcontract, probably company for the global version, and then they have the other company making the game that I'll show you on the Chinese page. So Ectart, when we go into their official page, they have no information about them. They only have this coming soon for Zombie Flux Sleepless Wars, which is already released. I'm not sure when are they updating this. The about and the email, in case you want to send them an email. And that's it. This is a Chinese company from Hong Kong. All good, right? If you try to go to the social media profiles right here, I can't open Facebook. I don't have an account. I refuse to make one. YouTube, 1 subscriptor, 1 sub, nothing else. Twitter, 1 sub, 1 follower. The only people they're following is actually the Assistant Minister of Foreign Affairs in China. If we go to the Ectart Chinese page, nothing changes. It's exactly the same, but they have a good animation. Ooh, pretty cool animation, right? That's the only thing they have. The social media is still the same, and the English page is the one we saw, right? Same games, but they have one extra one, which is Contra Tournament, because companies love destroying good franchises from 10 years ago. Pretty good stuff, right? Destroying the Contra IP to make a shitty game. Now let's move into the next one, which is the Chinese page, and then we have something that has changed. Now it's still Gree Entertainment, but we also have Tea Time Tech and Art, and this is the company probably developing the game. They are developers of a couple more mobile Chinese games. They have 2 right now active, and they had a previous one that closed actually this year on 2023, as you can see here. Haven't checked this game. This looks like a PvP game, 2 versus 2. No wonder what they closed. And then they have an MMORPG, which is this one right here, and the other game, which I don't even know what it is about, right? So this is the company probably developing the game. Then Gree is the company with the rights to publish the games, and not only for this, but they have, look at this, they publish for fucking Ragnar Crimson, Mushoku Tensei, Stella Defector, My Life as a Kai, Reincarnated as a Sword. They have so many IPs they work with. They have the quality. They are working with companies that have the talent and the connections to make good games. But what do they decide to do when it comes to game projects in service? Well, One Punch Man Road to Hero 2.0, they had the previous version that they closed down because it was shit, so they re-released without changing basically nothing. I played that one. I like it because I enjoy One Punch Man. The game was trash, but I did enjoy it because I like the IP, right? So again, you can enjoy a bad game, even with everything bad, you can still enjoy it if you appreciate the IP itself. Bleach Immortal Soul, another game for Sanseiya, another game, the one we're talking right now, Shield Hero Rise, and then one more for the slime anime. I don't remember the full name, but again, another cash grab gacha game. So we're talking about a company that just doesn't care. The only thing that they care about is releasing this in other languages and pumping out as many trash games as they can in order to make some money. Now, all of this said about the company, right? There's nothing much to say about these companies. They don't care about the anime. They don't care about anything. They just care about pumping out these trash games, cash grabs. And if we talk about how much they are making right now, if we go up here to Ectart, they are making basically no money. So if you think they will keep a game alive for 3, 4, 5 years for you to enjoy, well, they make 5K per month, they are not doing it because of passion. They're not doing this because they love what they do. Do you know who is doing that because they like their game? You know what companies are actually caring about what they do? If you go all the way to the down in this list, you will see Neural Cloud and Girls Online. These companies, like Sanborn and Mika, are actually making games because they love them. So you can see those companies, but this is not the case with Ectart. But yeah, just wanted to show you this amazing game, the amazing company behind it. I just frowned a little bit about it. Tomorrow I also have an amazing game to show you. My god, I need to stop playing this trash, bro. Tomorrow I have another game, which is the Tokyo Go Break the Chains. Now this one is a little bit better in terms of quality, but it's still the same formula, and we'll see that tomorrow. And maybe tomorrow or in a couple of days. Not sure if I want to go back to daily uploads or not, but if you enjoy this type of content, you know, leave a like, subscribe to help me grow the channel. We stream every single day in both YouTube and Twitch, so if that is something you're interested in, come say hello. We will be live. Good luck with your pool dinner dates, and have a good one. 役立たずは楽園から追放するのみ。ブランとノワールのショータイムです。天地万物を切るとはこういうことだ。